and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I am Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market opening action. Well, after yesterday's sharp fall in the stock markets, we have opened with a gap up today, tracking positive global cues. The Sensex jumped higher by 500 points at open, whereas when you talk about the Nifty, that also opened above the 16,800 mark as well. Now, of course, there were IT, metals, banking stocks that were shining bright right in the opening action as well, after slumping more than 2% post RBI's lending rate hike announcement or the policy rate hike announcement yesterday. We have seen the stock markets rebound from those levels in today's trading action as well. Now, when you talk about the broader indices as well, sectors, all of them except for FMCG are up in the trade. There was buying interest visible in IT, metals, and banking stocks, especially the mid and the small cap sectors, also gained by 0.7, 0.9% respectively. Now, of course, inflation has definitely taken center stage for all global central banks, including the RBI. After yesterday's RBI's rate hike announcement, US Fed has also come out with a rate hike announcement last night, overnight, and that was widely expected as well. Half a percentage point increased on the rate hike on the rate front by the US Fed as well. So inflation is definitely the talking point and the kind of main central focus of central banks across the world now at this point in time. So back home, CRR hike of 50 basis points and a repo rate hike of 40 basis points definitely surprised the markets. But overall, this was somewhere down the line anticipated, and the markets have overcome the initial knee-jerk reaction as well. Now, when we talk about the other focus points of today's morning action, you do have the Nifty gainers and laggards. Hero MotoCorp, ONGC, Hindalco as the top winners of Nifty. Tata Consumer, Apollo Hospitals, Nestle, HUL, Bharti Airtel, NTPC, meanwhile, are the top losers at this point in time. On the Sensex, you have Infosys, Tata Steel, Tech Mahindra, Wipro, M&M, which has been having a good run over the last month. Kotak Mahindra Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and IndusInd Bank, all of them as the top gainers. So you do have the private sector banks really in the focus, IT stocks in the focus, some of the auto and the metal names also in focus right now, gaining strength in the initial trading action. FMCG majors, Nestle, HUL down in trade, Bharti Airtel, NTPC seeing as some kind of losing action in the initial trading action. Now, what do experts really believe? Experts believe that definitely the strong support and resistance for the Nifty is placed at 16,500 as the support level, 17,000 as the resistance level as of now. Immediate support and resistance for the Nifty Bank are 34,800 and 36,000 respectively. That is up to most of the experts. I mean, Mohit Nigam of HEM Securities has suggested these levels as well. Apart from this, rupee is likely to appreciate on the weak dollar, and of course the full coverage on LIC IPO will continue. It's the day 2 of LIC IPO, and on day 1 we've seen a 67% issue has been booked. Employees portion fully booked, policy holders portion 2 times booked, retail investors booked 60% as well. It's the biggest IPO in the history of Indian markets, and that's why it's the central focus point as well. Most of the people are actually taking it slow because this is one a kind of an unusual situation when an LIC IPO will be open for bidding for at least not 3 but 4 or 5 days. It will be open on Saturday, it will be closing on Monday, so it will be open for almost 5 days as a bidding process will continue. So lots of opportunities and no rush for the investors, but definitely the clear focus point of the investors as well. Now, when we talk about the FII and the DIA data, foreign investors have continued to sell. They offloaded shares for 3288 crore rupees in yesterday's trading action in the sharp fall yesterday. DIIs, however, tried to offset some of those losses by buying 1338 crores worth of shares in yesterday's trading action as well. As of today, again, the market is in a range-bound session. It'll be important to watch out the gains that are being seen in the initial trading action, whether they sustain through the trading move of today's trading session as well or not. Well, we'll keep you posted with everything that's passing on the D Street and what's really happening with your investments in the stock markets. And for that, you need to stay tuned with Business Today.